Today is the day that you finally embark and get serious about finishing that first draft, or maybe your 10th, or maybe your first book, or maybe your 10th, wherever you find yourself in the writing journey. The tool that I'm about to share with you is going to help you stay organized, stay on track, and most of all, is going to keep you inspired so that you can get your novel finished. Hi there, if you're new around here, my name is Suggs and I am a writer and the creator of my book companion journal, which is what we are going to be talking about. So back in 2018, I was writing my novel, Choose Us, and I was tracking everything that I was doing in a composition book. I was cutting out pictures, I was tracking my word count, I was plotting, I was doing all the things in just a regular composition book. And then I had the idea, wait, if this is working for me, if I'm really utilizing this product, then I should probably turn it into an actual product. And that's exactly what I did using Canva, of course, because, you know, who doesn't use Canva these days? So anyways, I used Canva to create the first version of my book companion journal, and I have just fallen in love with it myself. I use it all the time. I have a billion copies, and I know that a lot of people who have bought it really enjoy it, and they just keep coming back and buying the same versions or the new versions. And that's one of the things I do want to mention, is that my book companion journal has gone through a few different iterations. I have updated because the more I use it, the more I'm like, this would be pretty good in the book companion journal. So then I revised it, added, and uploaded again. But not only have I updated the inside, I recently updated the covers and created different versions. So let's jump right in. So this is the original. I call it the pink copy, and it is my book companion journal. And everything inside is, you know, it's pink, as you can see here. It's super cute. I will share everything that's inside and how exactly you can use it. So this is the pink version. This is another version that I created last year. It's the fall inspired version. And this one I also updated the cover. So now they all look the same. This inside has all kinds of fall pictures. So that's adorable, because who doesn't love fall, right? And then my latest edition right now is the just black and white. I just wanted to do one that was plain for all of those that don't want, you know, all the fall, and maybe you're not really into pink. This is just a black and white version. And I also have a surprise coming. I'll share that with you at the end of the video. But right now, these are the versions that are available. So all of these are the same inside. The only difference is the color. So if you're not really into pink, you're not really writing a fall story, then you don't have to get the fall. If you want it to just be plain Jane, then make sure you get the black and white. Without further ado, I want to share everything that's inside the books so that you get an understanding as to how this just might help you finish your novel, get organized, get inspired, all the things. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, so this is what the pink version looks like. Like I said, all three versions look the same, inside and out. The back looks like this. It tells you exactly what's in it. You guys can obviously buy it on Amazon. They're all available on Amazon. So let me walk you through what's inside this one. So when you open it, it basically looks like this. If you have an idea for your cover, you can insert it there. This is just, you know, writing stuff. Again, this is the same thing that's on the back. It tells you what's inside. Then you're going to write the title of your book and who the author is. And then we're going to jump into the prompts. The first one is preparing for mindful writing. It has a little quote and it has 3 questions. So the first one is going to say 3 of my best qualities are, 3 things that make me really happy are, the one thing I want to remember about me is. Then the next page says 3 things I've accomplished with my writing are, the one thing I love about my writing style is, my ideal writing career looks like, my ideal writing day looks like, 2 of my favorite quotes are. So this is basically just to get you like I don't know, hyped about your writing and about the book that you are currently writing. Then the next prompt is write about the first time you fell in love with writing. Write about when you first thought about the story that you are getting ready to write. Then we jump into a different section. This is my writing bucket list, 20 things I hope to accomplish with this book. And you can make all these things fun. You can write it, you can use highlighters, you can paint it if you want, you can print out stickers, you can use this journal like however makes you happy. The way you express yourself creatively, use that here. This is a fun place for you. This is going to be a place where you can just hold all the information about the book that you are currently writing. And the reason this is called my book companion journal is because if you're anything like me, I used to write all the notes about the book that I was writing all over the place. I used to write it in little sticky notes or a particular journal and then another notepad, and I would just lose all my notes. So having everything for the book that I am writing in one place, I can't tell you how many times I use my journal. I am going to finish sharing this, what's inside, and then I'm going to share with you my journal that I've completed over the years with every book that I write. It is just such a useful tool, you guys. It's not just because I created it, I really use it. I love it, I really do. So here's 20 things I hope to accomplish with this book. More things I'd like to accomplish, and now we're jumping into creating routines. This one says, next says, my favorite music to listen to while I'm writing this book is, my favorite beverage is, one ritual that will help me stick to my goal is, my favorite time to write is, my favorite place to write is, my favorite scent is. As you know, we all have our little candles, and for me this one is vanilla pumpkin. I got it from Trader Joe's. Absolutely love it, and that's why I inserted this prompt here, because I just want to remember the scents that I used when I was writing my book, so that it just prompts me the next time I want to write a book and I'm feeling uninspired. I can always return here and use this as a trigger to just help me get going again if I'm ever not feeling inspired. So the next one says, my favorite way to plan my novel is, the things I can do when I feel blocked are, my favorite app to create character mood board is, helpful writing sites, helpful editing websites, and marketing ideas. And now we jump into about the actual book that you are writing. The genre of this book is, my ideal audience is, the word count for this book will be, how many points of view will this story have, from which POV will the story be told, first, third, what's the tone, mood of the book, what's the theme of the book, what's the setting, and list of characters. This section right here, this list of characters, I'm finding that so helpful, because if I'm writing a book and I step away from it, I don't always know the characters at the beginning when I first write a book. So going back to this space where I can just remember the name of the characters, the name of the city that I am writing about, the setting, all that is really helpful. Now we get into outlining. We have Act 1. Act 1 continues, Act 2 continues, Act 3 continues, and summarize the plot. Now we are creating goals and a plan. How often will I write? I will finish the first draft by. I will finish the second draft by. My favorite way to track my progress is by counting words, by chapters, by scenes. I don't always write by counting words. Sometimes I like to sit down and write a particular scene that's been on my mind, and then when that particular scene is finished, I feel super satisfied regardless of how many words I write. So that's why I put that little section in there. One phrase I can repeat to help me stick to my goal is, sometimes we just need those mantras that will just keep us motivated and, on track. Then we get into creating triggers. What book inspires me to write? What authors inspire me to write? What movies inspire me to write? One song that sets the mood for my novel is, I love that one. The one thing that inspires me to write is, these people inspire me to write. And then we get into note-taking. So here we are, first draft notes. I gave you a lot of space, and trust me, it looks like a lot, but I You know how many notes we take when we're writing. Sometimes I feel like it's not even enough. I end up using all this, and I will show you how I did it in my last journal that I used. Then my thoughts about the first draft. Again, more note taking, more draft notes. Here we go, draft notes. Draft notes. You guys, trust me, you will use this. And then final draft, finish, celebrate, woohoo! That's what we're trying to get at, right? We're trying to finish our novel. And now we get into tracking words and our progress. So I have word trackers, time, word trackers. I gave you like 3 different ones to do that. And then because I am self-published, I did include this self-publishing checklist. So even if you are traditionally published, you still can use some of the items listed on this checklist. For example, you can check off finish the first draft. You can check off if you sent it to your critique partner, if you got it back from them, if you sent it to beta readers, if you got it back from them, if you are sending it to a professional editor before you send it out for querying, you can actually use the checklist for those items as well. So then we get into some of the fun things, which is capture the memories. This is where you could either journal or you can take some pictures and print it out and glue them on here. I've done a lot of that. Like if I finish my first novel and I post it on Instagram, I take that post and I share it on here. If I finally decided what the cover is going to be, I might print out a little version of it and put it in here. This is just all about almost like scrapbooking. So if you love scrapbooking, you're going to really enjoy this part of the journal. And then we go back to remembering the journey. We can either take notes or we can journal. You can use this section as you want. And sometimes if you find yourself blocked or this is not a day for writing, but you really want to just, relax, I gave you this little section in here to just color and relax and enjoy the journal at your own pace. So that is the pink version. Now let me just flip through the fall version just so you can see the photos. The beginning is exactly the same. So let's hop in. Some of the pictures stayed the same, some didn't. As you can see, that one is updated. That one stayed the same. Let's see what else is there. This one stayed the same. That updated. That one I made a little smaller. Those stayed the same. But as you can see, this is very fall inspired. That one, I don't remember if I had that one or not. I think I did, but I had it smaller. That one stayed the same. What did change for sure was the covers. The covers all changed for all 3. That is new. That is the same. The trackers are the same. Sorry I'm going fast. I just don't want to be redundant. And then that's new. That's new. Super cute. I probably should have done it all the same so you could see how they're similar at the same time, but maybe one by one. That's new. Pumpkin spice. This all stayed the same, that stayed the same, that stayed the same, and that's pretty much it. That stayed the same, I think. I think that might be new. But yeah, that was pretty much it as far as changes for that one. And now let me share the black and white. So the black and white, as you can see, let me just go like this. No pictures whatsoever. It's just black and white. Nothing. I didn't add anything because I really wanted you guys to have like a blank canvas. I wanted you to go in there and add your own touch, whatever that looks like for you. All right, so let me share really quickly the way I've been using the journal for this last novel that I am writing. This is the fall version, the new fall version, like I just shared. This is what the old fall version used to look like. This is what the book companion journal used to look like. And oh my God, let me share with you guys. Like I write so much. Oh, I don't want to share the title. Oops, I can't share too much because this is actually what I'm currently in right now. But as you can see, I am in it. I am in it. Let me share with you one of the books that was already published. Okay, hold on. All right, so let me just share with you one that I actually can share with you, because this one I'm using for the book that I'm currently writing, and there's not a lot of information. There's a lot of information out there that I cannot have you seen just yet. So this is one that I used for my Christmas novel, One Christmas with You. So this is the companion for this one. And everything that happened in this book that I needed to keep notes of is in this book companion journal. And the reason I covered it, I wanted to try something new. I wanted to wrap it like a Christmas present, but to tell you the truth, I'll never do that again because see how messy it is? It drives me crazy. But you guys, I used this. And this is like the very first version, so it looks very different than how it looks now. So this is what I was talking about, capturing the memories. I printed out all the memories that I had that I made for the book, the aesthetics. I just love doing this. I journaled, I made notes and notes and notes. So I just absolutely love this product, and I think you guys will too. All right, you guys, as mentioned, there is another little surprise, and that is that I have created a Christmas winter inspired version of the book companion journal, and that will be available November 1st if Amazon cooperates. Amazon does not let me pick a date ahead of time, so I have to hit publish probably, the end of October, and probably it will be available in live for everyone to purchase on November 1st. So if you are writing a Christmas novel or a wintry theme book, then make sure you check out that version. Or, if you just want to get one of these are available right now. I will leave it linked below. All right, that is it for today's video. I will see you again in the next one. Until then, God bless you.